Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sincere Hakim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. My Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is going to be a little righteous rant, a little righteous vent, if I say so myself. Lord willing, it's edifying, of course. But this is on the article that I found. This is from phys.org, right? Posted 3 days ago. And it says, rainwater samples reveals it's literally raining forever chemicals in Miami. Literally raining forever chemicals in Miami. And this is one of the innumerable reasons why we, and when I say we, I'm speaking as the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, those of us that descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on your father's side, as well as the Israelites scattered abroad looking like the other nations. If you know this truth, those of us that know this truth, that believe in this truth, we know how dire our situation is here in Babylon the Great, which is America, and throughout the world, but mainly here in Babylon. We know just how bad our situation is, which points to us heavily needing a savior, heavily needing deliverance from this captivity, which is all this place is the land of our captivity. This is hell. This is hell. Not a place where you burn underground forever, but being in captivity, being oppressed by the devil, because that's who's responsible for this. The spiritual demon Satan is responsible for forever chemicals raining in the earth. That's all credits and thanks to the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, which is his biblical nationality. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, if you know anything about forever chemicals, you know that these are basically byproducts of Esau's chemical industry, where they produce all these different chemicals for various applications, right? But one of the main things that included forever chemicals were those Teflon pans, those non-stick Teflon pans. That's something highly toxic that shouldn't be nowhere near human beings, but they put it in your food, directly into your food by using them pans, by cooking in them pans. And then you start using metal utensils, start scraping up the damn pan, that shit getting in your food. That shit is highly toxic. It can cause all type of cancers and problems. And them devils knew that when they brought it out, but they didn't care. Okay, I believe DuPont was one of the main chemical companies behind a rise of forever chemicals. Okay, then you got other companies like 3M, Johnson & Johnson, all these different companies that Esau, so-called white man, runs and owns and operates and manages. And these waste products leach out into everyday society and harm the earth. Okay, let's read a little bit of this article. It says PFAs, which are forever chemicals, are in Miami's rainwater, and it's the latest evidence the synthetic forever chemicals that have raised health concerns for people and wildlife hitch a ride on the water cycle, using the complex system to circulate over greater distances, right? The scriptures say, what, cast thy bread upon the waters, and after many days thou shalt see it again. Which, we can relate. That's an analogy. Of course, we deal our bread to each other, one another, basically saying what goes around comes around. What you put out come back in, and it's in a natural sense or a supernatural sense. So you put things out into the earth, and the water is going to carry it around the earth. It's going to spread around, right? And that's what's going on. With the water cycle, the rain cycle, and the PFAs get in the air, they get in the sky, and the shit mixes up with the rain, and it comes back down. That's the reason why you wash your car, and in the rain, you come out, it's like a thick film over your car, right? So what is that doing to the if you have a garden outside, those plants growing, the animals, the trees, what's really going on, right? Look at this, PFAS. Right. PFAS are practically everywhere, said FIU Assistant Professor of Chemistry and study author Natalia Soares Quinet. Now we're able to show the role air masses play in potentially bringing these pollutants to other places where they can impact surface water and groundwater. See that? Widely used in consumer products, and the first is what, non-stick cookware. That's crazy. This shit is highly toxic, and the main thing they put in is cookware. Clothing, right, there's forever chemicals in clothing. All these damn plastic clothes, fake clothes, right? Cosmetics, which you putting that, women, they putting that shit directly into your face. Food packaging. This is all stuff that goes directly on your body or in your body. That's crazy. So it's obviously that these devils is doing this shit purposefully. You tell me this highly toxic substance, the main uses is shit that going directly in your body or on your body. That's the best uses they got for this shit. They ain't got no other fucking applications for this. No, the devil is doing what the devil does. To kill, steal, and destroy. That's what Yahweh Shai said, the thief cometh to do. Detergents, firefighting foams. Were purposefully created to be almost indestructible. They don't break down easily or simply go away. Once in the environment, they accumulate over time. People can ingest them or inhale them, and exposure has been linked to liver and kidney damage, fertility issues, cancer, and other diseases. The EPA warned even low levels of exposure can be dangerous, setting strict near zero limits for some PFAS in drinking water. So that's all we need to hear right there, man. And that proves why Yahweh Shai said this. This is the book of Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. That's talking about the time of Jacob's trouble that we're fastly approaching. Right? It's verse 21. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is going to actually speed up time so that the elect be preserved, so that they won't die. And by speed up time, and he's going to come back speedily. This time period that we're in right now is not going to last for much longer. All hell is getting ready to break loose, and that's going to, be for a time, a very short time. It's going to be so much killing, death, and destruction happening so fast and swift, and the Lord is going to follow very quick so that we don't end up dying in the midst of all that hell breaking loose. Of course, some brothers going to have to give their life as a offering, but that's not for everybody. That's not for the majority. So that's right now with forever chemicals all in the damn groundwater, all in the so it's like, how much more when all hell break loose? You try to go somewhere, drink some water, and all the water's fucking contaminated. It's poison. But that alone shows you that this world cannot go on. How can this world go on? The seed, like it says in Ezra, the second Ezra, the seed, that wicked, corruptible seed, the seed of sin, the seed of wickedness was planted in the earth. And the Lord is allowing it to grow and grow, as it says, right? And once it is fulfilled, the said measure is fulfilled, then the Lord is going to cut it down. And we're witnessing the fruits of this wickedness. But it has to continue to play out. But how could it continue? How can it? It can't. Life on earth, humanity would cease to exist if the Lord didn't come back soon. This is Revelation chapter 18, going into the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America. And I'll jump down to verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." And that's talking about spiritually and mentally coming up out of this place, putting off the ways that we learned here, the things that they told us was cool and glorified and okay, glorifying, trying to be a rapper, anything they said that was cool that we aspire to be, that's all bullshit. This place, this whole system is bullshit. The fashion of this world passeth away. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. We just passing through. So we're not attached to this place because we know it's going to be destroyed. So why would we allow ourselves to become attached to a sinking ship like like Jack? We ain't going out like Jack. Okay, we getting on the lifeboat, on the emergency boat. The hell, and Lord willing, we of that elect. There's gonna be those ships. So it's gonna start off spiritually, us coming out of this place, but eventually the elect gonna get physically beamed up and taken out of this place as the nuclear missiles are tearing this place apart. So the Lord said, "Come out of this place so you don't get judged with her." Verse 5, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities." You see that? Her sins reached to heaven. We know this is allegorical, spiritual, going into the long rap sheet of diabolical deeds that this devil has done, going all the way back to the inception of this place, 1776, all the way back to 1492 with Christopher Columbus. How much blood was shed here up until this very day. So the Lord said their sins have reached unto heaven. And it's ironic because physically their wickedness is going up into the heavens, which the sky, that's Shemayim, that's the heaven pertaining to the waters, right? This man poisoned the waters below and he poisoned the waters above. And so the water is circulating and it's all contaminated, man. So the earth would be fucked. If it were for Yahweh Shemiel Shai to come deliver us, this earth life on earth would cease to exist just because of what this man has done in a couple hundred years. Could you imagine that? So imagine this devil remaining in rulership for another 100 years, man. Come on, it can't happen. So this is clear that we are living in the last days of the last days. Okay? So again, that's just something I wanted to speak on, a little righteous rant again. With that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. Till the next one, Shalom.